Hey guys, my name's Ian, and this is an introduction video to Alberta gardening tips and ideas. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about why I decided to grow a garden. Not so much about the garden itself, but more about the principles behind it and a few stories in my life that kind of put me on this path. I really love plants, and I'm studying them right now at the University of Saskatchewan. I have one term left in agricultural biology honors degree, so that's been going pretty well, and that's kind of been the last 4 years of my life. About 2 years ago, I was in a pretty rough spot. I was just depressed, I wasn't eating well, and things weren't happening the way they were supposed to be happening, so I decided I needed to change my diet. I cut out sugar completely, and I started eating a lot of vegetables, but that was during the summer, and when the winter rolled around, the 8-month winter we have, I was just not impressed with the vegetables at the grocery store, and I wanted to do something about that. Around that same time, I got shown controlled environment agriculture in one of my classes, and it blew me away. I got shown MIT's Open Ag Initiative. It's a TED Talk by Harper. I'll put a link in the description below, you should watch it, and it floored me. What's really cool about controlled environment agriculture is that anytime a plant grows, the phenotype of that plant, so what it turns into, the composition of it, is a function of its genetics and the environment that it grows in. So if you can control every variable of the environment, you can basically optimize the potential of each set of genetics of any plant. Not only can you optimize the growth of any set of genetics, but you can have that exact thing happen over and over. Everything's completely controlled and repeatable, so you don't have to worry about if it's going to rain or if it's sunny out. Everything's controlled. It'll be the exact same every single time. All the energy and resources devoted to having a drought-tolerant species can be better used in a controlled environment ag program because you don't need to be drought-tolerant. You're always going to have water. So instead of saving your energy for a bad day, you can use your energy to grow. And that's basically in the genetics, it's information about how the plant grows. So as you can tell, this stuff just fascinates me. I was feeling out grad school before I found out about this, and once I found out, I was like, that's what I'm doing. So I started feeling out different schools, checking them out, and I was going to start applying. One day I found something called the International Congress on Controlled Environment Agriculture. It was basically a conference held in Panama City last May of 2017. And I went. It was just an impulse decision. I took out a loan from somebody I knew and flew down to Panama, and it was the best decision I've ever made. Not only did I get to meet all these plant science experts, I took pictures of all the slides of the presentations for the whole conference, and the first night I was writing out the notes from the slides, and I don't know how I came up with this, but I just invented this new technology, and I filed a provisional patent on it and stuff. I'm trying to get it developed. So I can't talk too much about it right now, but that's what I've been working on. So back to my garden. This summer, I had to get a job. I have one more term left of school, and I was thinking I could work for somebody else, that'd be all right, or I could just go to my parents' house and grow a garden. Obviously, the technology isn't the same as controlled environment agriculture, but it does use some of the same principles. So instead of having soil, putting a seed in and just hoping it grows, my system has drip line, and then plastic mulch, which I cut holes in for the plants to grow out of. And then on top of that, there's hoops with something called row cover on. I'll put a picture here. So as you can see, there's a bunch of rows, and underneath these white things are the plants. So they basically live in this little microenvironment, which, I mean, you can't control it the same way you can with controlled environment ag, but it does leave a better buffer zone from getting cold at night, hot in the day, and dry. This is going to help crops a lot. I've actually done this last year. I did about 50 feet of row cover. I abused it. I let it flood. I turned it on and went to work and forgot about it, and it still produced so well. It was insane. So I figured that's what I would do. I'd try it again, but scale it up 20 times. I've been working on the garden for about a month now, and I just finished seeding yesterday. I've documented the whole process, and I'm going to have monthly vlog videos. So if you want to see how I did it or how it turns out, make sure to stay tuned and hit subscribe. I don't know, it's all backwards. Hey guys, if you like this video, go check out my Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and YouTube, all at Ian Spence Plants.